Welcome into a Tuesday edition of the Right Side of Campus. I'm your host, the big man on campus. Here with my co-host, Donnie Rightside. Donnie, Tuesday, October 17, 2017. We're back, and we're finally through week 6 of the NFL. We'll get into what happened last night. We'll look forward to week 7. Look forward to college football as well. A lot to do today. Got 2 baseball games. Donnie Rightside, how you doing today?
Doing good. Hey, man, yesterday, good day for us, Jeff. I know I saw you out there give out the play on Twitter, 6.5 on Tennessee. That came through in the closing line. I gave out the over 46.5 and also the over 4.5 in the first 5 innings of the Yankees game. So nice night all around. When you don't have a lot of action in play, not serious money, still nice to put a little bit of more cash in your bankroll there. So it was nice. Good day. Good day all around.
Yeah, we liked the over last night on the show. On the right side of campus, we give it the over. I went ahead and moved on the Titans as well. Might have got a little lucky there, but hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to get a little lucky, Donnie. Just like I got unlucky with Aaron Rodgers going down. So hey, sometimes you got to get a little lucky. We're back though. Welcome into everyone out there listening. As always, make sure you hit the like button. Let us know you're out there. Say hello. Do your thing today. The show is ours. Fila. Yeah, that's my shit. Donnie, I love Fila. I've been a big Fila guy my whole life. It's too cold today. I got to wear a little velour today.
Finally felt good leaving the house this morning. Got with that little nip of that air chill. You're saying this is the first time I felt this since, back in April or March. It feels like it was really nice.
I went to the store last night around midnight, and it was nippy out there, man. It really was. I definitely had to put on the jacket, but let me get a link here, tweet it out, and we'll be good to go. We'll be flying here on a Tuesday.
Yep.
Bear with me, Donnie, 1 second.
Looking forward to this week. We're going to go over while he's sending that link out, just to recap what we're going to have today. I know the NBA opens up today. You got Major League Baseball we'll talk about. We'll take a little bit of a fast forward to some key lines here in NCAA football action, see what some of those early thoughts will be from the big man and myself. There is a couple games I was surfing late last night like I like to do on Tuesday. Every once in a while, I'll fire on a game on a Monday or Tuesday just because I think that line is so much more important than actually what's going to happen in that game, if that makes sense, that their players to play. Didn't find that yesterday, but there's a couple out there, Jeff, I'm not going to lie, that are sitting right on that edge that are real intriguing. I'm trying to dig in to find that little early scoop this week to see who's in and who's out in college football.
Yeah, I when you get into like week 6 or so, like that, right when conference play kind of really gets going, and I kind of definitely take a lot longer to send out plays. Like with college football early on, like with conference play, with non-conference play, I mean, I'm big on betting games early. It's just kind of what I do, especially with some of the big lines and that kind of thing. Yeah, I know you do that, and I usually do. I do send out one maybe during the week, and then kind of wait till Saturday. But yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot of interesting lines out there. Let's kind of get into it and chat here. Before we get into the breakdown, NBA starts tonight. Only 2 games on the card, and two of the main attractions here. Actually, 4 of the main attractions really in the NBA: Golden State and Houston, and then Boston and the Cavs. And I know people are going to start asking me about my system. I probably won't have plays tonight. Again, if they present themselves, I'll bet them, but it's very rare. Got Donnie on a 2-game card that I'm going to have anything here. The whole world's betting these games. I'm sure they'll get good action on both sides, I would imagine. We'll see, but again, I'm not going to be firing probably on these two. We'll let the public have their days tonight. Donnie, let's jump in here. Last night, Monday Night Football, and it actually turned out to be a pretty decent game overall. I think early on, a lot of field goals, couldn't score. The Titans couldn't score. They're just settling for tons of field goals. I will say this. I didn't know Ryan Suckup was such a good kicker. I didn't know that. A very good kicker. Did you know that? I didn't know that, Donnie. Suckup.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess because maybe the Tennessee Titans don't get their fair due, as why should they just yet? Playoff runs, where Vinatieri gets his due and all that stuff. Some of the other good kickers, Renly's Gostkowski from New England, but yeah, no, that's an amazing feat because he's not a dome kicker. He's kicking outside, and one of the two where you're going to get a bad snap, a bad hold, you just shank one. But it seems like he's money, man.
Yeah, I mean, he said like 45 in a row from 40 or
Yeah, almost 50.
50
Yeah,
on.
almost 50 in a row from under 50, isn't it?
That's
Some like some
that's
ridiculous stat.
impressive.
Yeah,
That's really
that is.
impressive. I mean, especially in this landscape of kicking right now. I mean, so many poor kickers. I mean, it seems like. But
Jeff, he's getting near Jake Elliott status for the Eagles.
yeah, right. Big fourth quarter though from Tennessee. I mean, they outscored the Colts 21-3, and there was a lot of things that went on in this game. First of all, early on, I didn't understand. I mean, I know the Titans' defense isn't very good, but where were the blitzes? I mean, Dick LeBeau is supposed to be this big, unbelievable defensive coordinator. I mean, where were the blitzes in this game? I mean, you're just letting Jacoby Brissett stand there and just throw those out routes, and they were. I mean, it was easy. But Tennessee really turned it up in the second half. Really good game plan. We started to run the football a lot more, started to pound the ball. I think Mike Mularkey kind of realized when he kept doing those stupid zone reads at the goal line, they wouldn't work, and you're going to the right side and the left side. You can't do that with Delaney Walker. It's not going to work. But I got to tell you, man, Marcus Mariota, what a warrior. I mean, clearly wasn't healthy. 23 for 32, 306 yards and a touchdown. Impressive stuff, Donnie, from Mariota.
Yeah, I mean, look at like Jeff. The preface a lot in the NFL is, and same thing sometimes with college football, is the games. They're just not built for unders. Like unless, again, I'll preface it by saying a 55.5, which you're going to see a game, New England where everything has to go right. The game last night opens up at 48, settles in 46.5, 47, wherever you got it at. And you looked at the game overall. Once the game started, like you don't really know what you're going to get from Mariota. It's apparent, Jeff, he's not moving in the pocket. He's not going to escape the pocket. If he does, he's going to throw it away, or he's just going to slide down for like no gain or -1, live to fight another day. Then you look on the opposite side of the ball. You have Jacoby Brissett, some questionable weapons, questionable offensive line, and the game flies over the total. Like you're saying to yourself, like if I was actually capping this football game, and I know both defenses aren't great, but all right, I have a quarterback that I don't even know what I'm going to get, and they're not mobile. He's not going to be able to run read option effectively. I don't know how well they're going to do. On the opposite side, Jacoby Brissett on the road. It's the Colts, and it's just an easy over. It's amazing how the game. And again, Jeff, if game flow in that game, if you're looking at an under, you're loving it. Hey, they're moving the football, but nobody can punch it in the end zone. Field goal after field goal after field goal. You absolutely love that, and it still doesn't even matter one bit. The game flies over.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at last night overall as well. I mean, the teasers got crushed as well on that long run from Derrick Henry. Definitely a tough beat there. I know. I think Gabe Morency was on that. That's a tough beat. I mean, it really is. I mean, all night you're kind of sitting pretty on that. What are you getting? And again, plus I think it was 13.5. You're getting on a teaser. It's pretty bad, Donnie. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, but the whole theory behind a teaser, again, is if you're teasing in the NFL, why are you even messing around with teasing a total? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I never really understood that. When I did teasers, it usually was always sides, and I've made it clear I don't do teasers anymore. But and also another thing for me with teasers, when I do them, or if I would do them, it's about the key number. 13.5 is not a key number.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really. I mean, and again, I don't, I'm not going to tell someone how to bet, but when you have a teaser, if you have, you get a teaser, you take from 8.5 to 2.5, or
8.5 to 14.5. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Or, you have a 10-point dog. You want to get, I don't, you got to get it. You got to get it where it kind of works correctly. And there are many key numbers. Teasers for me shouldn't over 14 points. I don't really want to bet teasers. Teasers aren't going to really do it for me.
Yeah, like if I'm looking at a teaser, like I'm trying to isolate a situation where like a road team and you just basically saying, all right, home team by 3 points, I think they can win. Because if you're like, what's the point of like if you cap the game, let's just say with a 4-point line or whatever, and you tease it up to 10, like are you coming into that game saying they're going to win this football game outright? Right. I'm just going to take the 10 for fun. No, most of the time it's the wrong theory is, I think they can hang around in this one. Well, that's a wrong theory to have.
Teasing to 10 isn't. I don't think that's smart either. I mean, because if it falls in 10, you lose.
Yeah.
I mean, a push and a teaser loses.
How about that? How about this one, Joe? I'm going to give you one right here. +3. I'm going to tease it to -3. I'm going to tease it to +3 because it's going to be a 1-possession game that I think the team's going to win by 1 possession.
You're
or less.
losing points. What do people not get about that? If you tease a team from -3 to +3, when you cross 0, that doesn't count. you lose value. So instead of doing a 6-point teaser, it's a 5. You're not getting the most value out of it, man.
Oh, man.
If you're teasing past 0, you have to re-look at what you're doing. You're just hurting yourself. If you're going to do a teaser, get the most value out of it. That's a Marco Lou teasing from 6.5 to pick 'em. Okay, makes sense. But if you're going over that, so if you're teasing from 5.5 to plus 1.5, I mean, what are you doing with yourself? I'm really.
Yeah, because I think they're just going to win the game. So just why don't you just money line parlay with something else if you just think they're going to win the football game? It doesn't make any sense. Jeff, in the theory in life and gambling, to me, overall, it's simple. Like if there's the 10 commandments, number one is it's hard enough just to win one football game one way. Why are you messing around to say I have to win 2 times to win 1 time technically?
And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're teasing in basketball, I don't know what to say to you.
What is a basketball teaser? Like 4 points, 4.5? Like what is it even? I don't even know what it is. Oh my goodness!
Come on, 4 points. I mean, we've all done it. I mean, we've all done. I
don't think I've ever done an NBA teaser. Actually, I can honestly say I've never teased in the NBA. Yeah,
I can't say I have either. Honestly, I can't say I haven't done them in college where I get like 2 4-point favorites, and I think it's gonna be a close game or something. But I mean, that was years ago. I don't teasing basketball is not a good idea.
There's so many possessions in basketball to tease. It's hilarious. And you hear people but then there's people out there also with the theory like Michigan.
Why not just money line parlay it? Get a plus price back.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. You could take a 4-point. So hear me out for a second. You have a 4.5-point favorite.
Yep.
You parlay both them together. You're going to probably get like plus 130 back.
Yeah. Or
more maybe. Instead of laying 4 points in a teaser and usually going to have to lay 120 to do it. I mean, what am I missing, Donnie?
Each one teach one, Jeff. Each one teach one.
And that's all we're trying to do here. We're just trying to make, help people out. I mean, it's just a better idea to just money line parlay it.
Now, yeah, exactly. Now, if you said, hey, man, look, there's 10 games on the slate tonight in the NBA. I just wanted to have some fun. Hey, that's fine. That's entertainment value. It's like going to the movies, taking your girl out to dinner, heading out for a night on the town at the bar, and that's how you want to spend it. That's fine. I don't have any problem with that. But when it's an honest conversation, like, you know what? I'm going to pick 2 games out on Sunday and tease them. I'm already out of the conversation right there.
Yeah, but just looking at the NBA for me quickly, just looking at it, I don't do research on it. I'm not looking at it. For me, I'd look at over in the Rocket Warrior game. That's where I'm looking. And I'm hoping that number continues to fall, but the line movement's all over the place. Tonight, if you're betting on the NBA tonight, you're truly coin flipping your games. Truly. It's a total coin flip. There's no edge in either game. None.
I love, Jeff, what I love too, the Cleveland Cavaliers tweeted out earlier, like LeBron's already playing the game. LeBron went to shoot around. He's not going to speak with the media. It's going to be the game time decision.
It's going to be a cat and mouse game all day.
Jeff, can we get props? Bet online out there. Somebody through sportsbook.com. Sportsbookreview.com can give us like odds that LeBron will play tonight. I don't care if it's minus 1 million. I'll bet it because LeBron's sitting out opening night versus the Celtics and Kyrie. I don't think it's going to happen.
But does he actually think people are actually believing that he's
I do. I really think that it's an 82-game schedule. It's opening night. Everybody's looking forward to this game. And for some reason, he wants to have that, shroud of like, oh my God, is LeBron going to play tonight?
I don't think anyone's buying that at all.
No.
Yeah, no one's buying that. By the way, if anyone saw did you see that LeBron interview with Dwayne Wade that he did with Rachel Nichols?
Jeff, I watch the least amount of NBA stuff I can absolutely watch. Especially right now, like beginning of the season, maybe after Christmas, when football settles down, you might want to settle in to take a look. But Jeff, I didn't even know the NBA opened up tonight until yesterday when somebody had to tell me in the chat box. I mean, that's how much I give to the NBA at this point.
Yeah, Rich, you figured me out. I'm a total square. You figured me out, Rich. Rich, you're cutting your mouth up, Rich, too much lately. You need to stay in your lane there, cuz Rich is talking too much, Donnie. He needs to be quiet. Just worry about yourself, Rich. I don't bet the first day of the NBA. You do you there, cuz. Looks like
if you were, though, to put 2 games on, Jeff, I guess these would be the 2 games that people want to watch because outside of these 4 teams, we're now Philadelphia. I pay attention to the Sixers. When they're on, I'll watch them. I have some fun to see what they do. But if you're looking at the NBA, you have the 4 teams that are playing tonight. Does anybody in the NBA matter besides these 4 teams?
No, that's the point. No.
You know what I mean? Like it's such a horrible business model. And again, it's 82 games. It would be a lot of fun if it was like a 30-game schedule with like a 1-game knockout in the playoffs. Like people would get really fired up for that. But again, we're just waiting. We're going to wait all season long. You're going to see the Golden State Warriors run off ridiculous amounts of wins. You're going to see them plaster through the NBA playoffs, run right to the title again, and then we'll start it all over again next year. It's really a shame because imagine, Jeff, in the NBA, if you didn't have super teams and you can really get behind your team, like the Houston Rockets, woohoo, we got Chris Paul. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
So, Donnie, you're you're a little out of line here with this. I mean, why? Oklahoma City's a good team.
They're not going to do anything. All right, Oklahoma City. I'll give you odds on Oklahoma City winning the West.
It's not the point. They're still involved, Donnie.
But they're not involved. They're not, though. They're not. Like, what's the Warriors? I haven't even checked. I have no idea. Are the Warriors like plus 110 or plus 120 to win the NBA Finals? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you like, what is that? Usually you get it like in any other sport, it's like plus 400 or plus 300 to start or plus whatever to start the season. Like, it's already factored in that Golden's like, hey, guys, everybody else, have fun in the NBA. By the way, nobody's winning a goddamn thing against the Warriors. How do you get behind
say it doesn't matter. That's a little much. I mean,
like in the NFL, man, you can wake up damn near week to week and be like, oh, my God, my team's got a shot at this thing. Like, unless like if in a perfect world, LeBron gets hurt, KD gets hurt, Russell Westbrook gets hurt, and James Harden gets hurt, then the NBA gets a little bit of fun. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think they definitely matter. I mean, we saw last year, Donnie, that if, Kawhi Leonard doesn't get hurt in that series, who knows what happens? They were up 20 in that game. You never know. I think the Spurs do matter. I think the Thunder will matter this year with, the moves that they made. Again, they're a favorite. Sure. I hear you. I mean, but so are the Patriots every year. They're not a favorite, but they're the favorite to win every year. So you got to play the game, Donnie. I hear you.
I mean, again, like it's hard. Like as the one thing I like, Jeff, is as a Sixer fan, like we have a little bit of hope. Like our hope's not to win; it's maybe get in the playoffs, but you want to see your team develop. But those other teams out there that aren't on like tanking for 5 years, and we finally have our team. Like, what do you have fun with in Portland? You just take L's every year. Like you sign people to ridiculous max contracts, stupidity owners, signing guys, and you have zero shot at winning anything out there. And I just wonder, like, if you're a fan of those teams, you're saying, like, when the NBA tips off, it's like, we legitimately have no shot. Like, as a fan going to the game, like, every time I go to the Eagles game, man, if we can get to the playoffs, get a couple breaks, it's a one-game thing, we can win it. Like, in the NBA, you're going to get the shit kicked out of you in the playoffs, even if you make it. It's not a one-game thing.
And another thing, I do want to go back to what you said about LeBron. I mean, he really can't believe people actually think he's actually thinking about sitting out of this game.
No, it doesn't even make sense. I don't even know why the NBA, or not the NBA, excuse me, why the press even picks that up, being like, he's not going to speak to the media either. This could be trouble. No, it's not trouble.
Right.
It's not trouble.
Again, though, I'm asking SBR to consider this option. Let's do a contest.
Yes, I want in on this, Jeff.
If we don't start tonight, let's start tomorrow. Zach Jones, if you're out there, I'm urging you. Let's get a contest going. Let's let all these NBA guys that are good at handicapping, let's let them put their money where their mouth is, and let's do a contest.
I want to do it. Like I don't know anything about the NBA. I'm not going to watch the NBA. And I want to be in it. Yes, and I want to be in it.
Because I'm going to have to make one up if we Rich, let's do it. Rich, you and I. Come on, Rich. Let's go against each other.
Ooh, there we go. Somebody chimed in with a done. Yes, I'm in. I'm signing up tonight for this. Get this going.
I'm in. Let's do it. Yeah, it's not my system, Rich. Good call.
This is gonna be good.
Let's do it, Rich. Come on, let's go. I'm calling all you out.
6-month competition. Yes, 6-month competition. I want in. I want in.
Let's do it. I didn't call anyone names. I'm coming at you, Rich, and I'm calling all you guys. Let's do a contest. Put your money up.
Yes.
Put your words up. Let's go.
No money. This is man up. No money. This is just man up. Let's get in this competition. Let's see what happens. I know nothing, and I will pick games. I'll pick 10 games a night in the NBA, knowing nothing, just by reading some lines and stuff like that. That's all I'm going to do, and I want to see where I get to.
There's no words here. We're not doing nothing here. If you don't want to be in it, okay, don't be in it. Put it up. Let's do it. All you NBA people, let's do it.
I'm promoting it on every show. Every show I go on now. We got to get this big. Because I'm telling you right now, like, I'm the type of dude that doesn't think you can make money in the NBA. And I want somebody to prove me wrong. They're like, yo, Donnie, man, picked up 30 units this
But
year.
you
I'm
know
like,
what, Donnie? Like always, the guys talking, don't come up and stand up and get in. Let's jump in, Don Marino. All you guys, it's fun. Let's do it. Let's jump in and play. Let's play ball, boys. Don Marino, I want to bet it go against you here. Let's go against each other. Come
Hey, Jeff,
on.
who's the smart person behind the scenes that is changing the dial here? Donnie gets on a soapbox. I mentioned the 10 Commandments, and then that all of a sudden pops up in the tagline. Brilliant.
Whoever's behind the camera is doing some great work.
That's right. It's good work. That's good work.
Perfect.
Right there.
Look, Don Marino putting his money up. He's in. Good work.
Yes.
Good
Let's
work.
do it, everybody. Let's get a couple
Now
hundred
it's Rich
people
Banks. It's your turn there, pal. Jump in, pal.
I want to get in. I want in on this. I don't even
got all
the
these guys
baseball
are in.
stuff. I want in on this. James Stacy's in. We can get some fun on this.
Let's do it. Well, Rich, let's prove your point here. You're better than all of us.
I want to give people respect. Like, I want to see somebody really win some money and be like, there, Donnie, I did it. I'm like, you know what? Dude's got a point. He made money in the NBA.
Here's the thing. I'm willing to put my money up if I have to.
No money. This is about manhood, Jeff. This is more important than money.
Well, okay. I mean, I'm just willing. I'm just saying. I'm willing to do whatever. Let's all go in and do it. Awesome. Thank you, Alhard. Appreciate it.
Ace Farmer's in. Matt Varnum is out. There we go. So the people are in and out already, Jeff.
Let's rock. Well, okay, Rich. That's fine. You don't have to play in it. We're asking you to play because you come on here and call yourself the best NBA handicapper in the business. So we want to see what you can do.
This is for fun. I don't know nothing about the NBA, and I went in on this.
Donnie, at some point, if you're the best handicapper in the business in the NBA, supposedly, you have to come in and beat all of us. That's how it goes. I mean, it's time to put up or shut up here. You know? I bet Donnie will win, probably.
I can't wait. I'm actually excited. Now, like, I don't watch NBA day to day, but at least this will give me a reason to like track the scores and be like, oh, pick, went 6-4. Now in the baseball contest and stuff over the summer and the other contests they have on SBR football, is there an unlimited amount of picks you can make, or is there a minimum and a maximum you can make?
I'm not sure, actually. That would have to be discussed with whoever creates the contest.
Yeah,
I would hope it's a full year kind of thing.
No, I want the full year. Yeah, like I want to do a full year and see if somebody can actually make some real money in this.
I'm interested. I'd like to make it happen.
I'm glad it's going to happen now.
Let's keep it moving here. All right, SBR is going to set it up.
There we go.
Sounds good. We'll open it up to the world. So let's rock.
NBA. I'm gonna have to start putting it up on my little monitor in the background to promote it.
Yeah, well, if this was, I don't think there should be any parameters. Let's just do it.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're betting a ton of games and you're winning a ton, you should get credit. But if you're betting a ton and losing a ton, then yeah, you'll be in last place.
All right.
But there has to be a minimum. It can't be. I don't want to see I don't want the bonuses in this one, Jeff. I want like a flat betting, like 1 unit per game. Like I don't want to see you can bet 5 units and hit this game. I want it flat. Like I want to see if somebody can really do it flat wagering.
I'm in.
Matt, like one unit per game, unlimited games. You could pick 45 games in one night, and I guess the end all would be not actual percentage. Do you want to do like how is the person going to be determined? Like units plus if you're just doing 1 unit per bet?
Yeah, I think I should be like it's 1 unit system.
Yeah, okay.
And at the end of the year, whoever has the most units. How about that, Donnie? This shit's all being changed as we're doing this.
I like it. No, that's a long time. That's not like, hey, we'll do it for like 1 week or 1 month. Like this is going to go all the way till like May.
I want to make this perfectly clear again. The system I use is, I don't know whose it is. I just use it. I never said at any time it was mine. It's a system I use that no one else I see uses. I wish I never would have told anyone about it because now everyone's going to do it and it's going to be fucked.
Yep, you're going to do it. You're going to lose people money and then you're going to be a fraud. And they're going to say, Jeff, why don't you put that on your record?
Right. Well, whatever, man. Donnie gets on his soapbox.
Jeff, why don't you include you get on my soapbox. What am I on my soapbox for? What am I talking about? Which the NBA? Oh, the NBA. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Donnie got on his NBA soapbox for sure. Rich Banks, are you going to get a fucking life today or what? You're on here just breaking people's balls all day. Come on. I don't have to put up with this. It's my show. It's our show. Come on. Get out of here with that. Beat it.
Jeff, you know what we're going to do at SPR? We're going to get you on a video, and you're going to break down your exact specifications of your system.
Go ahead. Tell them. I don't care. It's easy. It's a simple system. It's very simple. It just fade the public. That's all I'm doing. Just fade the public. Just fade line movement. It's not difficult. Anyone can do it. I try to tell people to do it. I try to tell you, betting on the NBA the way people do, it's not smart. It's about fading the movement. It's not about who's going to win and who's going to lose. That's not how it works. If you just fade steam, you'll win. It's simple. That's all. Right, Donnie? You've seen it.
No, yeah. I mean, there's ways that you can get after stuff. It's just hard. Like NBA, like I like to try to factor in, teams, need and want for the game. And in the NBA, you never really know what the picture is to me. Like in college basketball, Jeff, I know the two guard out there is going to ball his ass off, whether he plays well or not. In the NBA on a Tuesday night where you just flew into a city where you got that side dime piece you've been waiting on for 3 weeks, and you went out and you had some champagne at the bar, you stayed out till 6 a.m., you got drunk, and you're like, you know what? I don't really feel like playing tonight that well, and I'll just check out after about 10, 15 minutes. I can't have that. I can't bet that.
Best thing in the NBA, Donnie, is jumping on a team whose best player is out, jumping on that team.
Yes, and then waiting for the line to move like 3 points and then just drilling it. Yeah,
like Donnie, last Friday, last day of NBA preseason, I literally sat on my computer and waited for the Cavs line to keep going down. I hit it at pick'em. Look at the line movement. I got the best of it in a preseason game. Mm-hmm. It's all about the line.
Yeah,
it doesn't even matter about teams. It's all about the line, man. It's a beautiful thing. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
NBA. Imagine being like an NBA capper and you hand out games. Like I can't even fathom it.
And there aren't even many. The only guy that makes money in NBA is Haralabas Vulgaris, best NBA handicapper in the world. And
that's what I mean. Like I never see anybody like really make any money
tough.
Or give me
it's
how do you put how is there a write up for an NBA game? Like if you put a write up for an NBA game, it's hard enough in football to get like 0.25%. Like I really expect LeBron to play well tonight. Like is that what the write up would be?
Or I really expect LeBron to have the fire in his gut tonight. Like, he's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
He's going to play hard every night.
Well, they played 2 out of the last 3 nights. Then they're going to travel. I heard that they didn't get their charter jet. They had to actually get another jet. So the seats aren't as wide. So when they actually get to Dallas, they're going to be a little bit more tired than what they would be. Like, I guess that's what you're trying to factor in. Or hey, man, I got a call from one of my boys who was down at the Four Seasons. LeBron got in at 6 a.m. And the night before their plane had trouble and they didn't get in until real late at night. So he's going to be real tired tonight. And that's what you bet on.
My other favorite one is, well, I mean, they're going out to Denver. They got to play in altitude. Dude, these are the most professional guys in the world. They're the best players in the world. You really think a little altitude is going to bother them? Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, they've been going to Denver and Utah for years. It's proven that it's a total farce. If you get a kid from coastal Carolina and he lives in Myrtle Beach his whole life, and in the CIT final, Donnie, he's got to go out to Laramie. Mm-hmm. That's going to affect. But is it going to affect LeBron James and any other NBA player that's done it for many years?
Yeah, you know what I always like about that too, Jeff, is you're saying like altitude. And I always say to myself, like, well, Colorado Buffaloes ain't that sharp, and they're in altitude. Why doesn't Colorado State just run the table every year at home? Why doesn't the Denver Nuggets just go 41-0 at home because they're in altitude? Like there is something to it. And you say, well, hey, Denver's got a great home. Well, number one in football, home field advantage is massive. And number two, Denver's generally a good football team the last 25 years. That's why they're good at home. That's why you like, oh man, get them in the altitude. No. If you put the Cleveland Browns in Denver, they would get shellacked every week, and nobody would be talking about it's hard to play in Denver.
And I'm glad Ace Farmer caught it. Ace Farmer, that actually was a situation last year in the CBI, and I bet against
we won it, Jay. Oh, yeah. Come on,
was,
man. We had that. We had that, yes.
And the Chanticleers against the
Chanticleers went in a little bit banged up and get the floor wiped with them, man.
Yeah. Alan Herndon and the Wyoming Cowboys beat the piss out of them. I remember that.
That one, Laramie, though, is, Jeff, the highest peak or the highest place you can play in the United States. Is that correct?
And you know what? It's also tough because in Laramie, you have to fly in to Cheyenne and then drive into Laramie.
It's not 5-star. You're right. It's not 5-star.
So it's not. I mean, it's not the easiest trip in the world. It's interesting. But look, if you take them to Aspen and say play a basketball game, that might matter. Yeah. But just don't know that.
That's typical in like the last 20 years, Jeff. Like New England's really hard to beat at home. Well, if Cleveland played all their games in New England, they would get their ass kicked every week at home. It's about the teams, man. Yeah. Come on. Like if you put Golden State in Denver and they ran, like, oh man, that altitude just unbelievable. Golden State would go in there and probably wipe them out, man. Come on.
Yeah. But as far as the last thing we'll say, anyone won in the contest, we'd love to hear you. As far as Donnie, I'm being called a scam decapper. Does that make any sense to you?
You are, Jeff.
I am. I'm a total scam. You've all figured me out here. I can't believe it. Finally, after many years, they figured me out.
You only tweet when you win.
Yes.
You erase your tweets when you lose.
I constantly talk about that. I want you to sign up for my service. Many people know my pricing strategies. You figured me out. I can't believe it. We finally figured someone to figure me out here. Amazing. Good work. Good investigative work by you. Let's move on, Donnie. MLB tonight. Yankees get a win last night. They shut me up again. Tonight, they go again. Dodgers, Cubs. Cubs 111, total 8. Yu Darvish against Kyle Hendricks. Dodgers up 2-0. Donnie, can the Cubs at home get the fire in their gut and win one? Dodgers have won 6 in a row. Is this a sweep, Donnie? Yu Darvish.
I hope it is. Really? I hope it is because I don't like the Cubs generally overall. Just sweep them out and fly the L. Get them out of the way because I think we all want to see the World Series final, Jeff, for the World Series championship. Houston, New York, either one of those, I would have a real good time with. I just don't want to see the Cubs in because the Cubs are the most hateable team in the league. Every one of their pitchers looks like he hates the fact he's a major league pitcher. He hates the fact he makes that much money. They hate the fact that they play in Chicago, and it's just the way it is. So I can't wait for them to get out. So if you put like the Dodgers and the Yankees, I mean, I'm sure Major League Baseball, Jeff, if they had their way here, I mean, Houston's a great story, but you want to go old school Dodgers, Yankees. That's ratings right there, man.
No, it's perfect. It's amazing. And Darvish pitched so well in that last game. That's why you got him, didn't you? You brought him in to pitch like that. It's a good spot for them. I mean, I'm not sure why you brought John Lackey into that game the other night. That didn't make much sense to me.
I loved it when he gave up the home run. John Lackey is like, if there's one guy in Major League Baseball that I think just absolutely hates life and hates this world, it's John Lackey. For him to give up that home run made my night, man. It really did.
Have you ever seen his interview he did when he had that cowboy hat on?
No, but has he ever, like in Philadelphia, I always get a laugh out of Seth Joyner. Seth Joyner doesn't smile. It doesn't matter if you make the funniest joke in the world or a serious situation. It's the same downtrodden face. And I like Seth Joyner. But John Lackey, I don't think he ever enjoyed a day in his single life. And I don't get it. Like, when you like a pitcher doesn't call the right pitch, he'll huff and puff on the mound and mouth off. And when he walks off the mound after every inning, he stares down like the umpire. And I don't understand that. Same thing with John Lester. Does John Lester have any fun in life? Is there anything fun about John Lester's life?
Lackey.
What's that?
Lackey.
Both of them. Is there any fun in either one of their lives? I just don't understand. Like, why do you even play the game? Why don't you just go be like an accountant somewhere in like, North Dakota? You just yell at your clients that come in. You idiot! You can't deduct this. Like that's the job I think they should have.
Yeah, the cowboy hat was great. When he wore that cowboy hat, he looked just looked funny doing it. Astros, Yankees. Gray gets McCullers. Big spot for the young kid here, McCullers. I mean, a year filled with injuries at times. I mean, he hasn't pitched for 16 days, Donnie. And in that loss, he gave up 5 runs over 4 1/3. He had to go on the road now to face a Yankee team that got it going last night at the plate. And Donnie, I mean, Houston's just not hitting with runners in scoring position in this series. They're only hitting, I think over the last week, they're only hitting 190 with runners in scoring position. It's not good enough. They have to be better with that. But this is a tough spot for McCullers. I mean, he didn't pitch well in that game against Boston. It hasn't pitched in over 2 weeks. This is a tough spot.
Yeah, no, I actually think the Yankees are another decent side tonight. If you're looking at it, it's again, I don't want to say the pressure's off the Yankees because they won last night. Because going down 3-1, that's pretty much a wrap anyway. So you would lean on getting the over, but I don't know from the side of like Houston, saying, you know what, hey, I think the worst thing in the world if we lose this, we'll go back home, see if we can, get the edge back there. But I would lean, hey, I could see Sonny Gray. The best part about being a Yankee pitcher, though, Jeff, is you probably have the least amount of pressure on you than what any other staff in baseball, knowing where if you say, you know what, if I can get through the 4th or 5th inning tonight unscathed, we're probably going to win this game. And you have no problem going to rescue a pitcher. Even if it's a 3rd inning, 1st and 2nd, you only give up 1 run, they come scoop up Gray. Like, you got confidence, Jeff, that the Yankees can carry that bullpen, 6 innings or 5.5 innings. So it's pretty it's an interesting scenario. I would lean again, and it's what's the line? 8.5. I'll lean over 8.5 again, and probably more than likely like the over in the first 5 again, because I don't want to have anything to do with that Yankees bullpen at all.
Over just got there last night. What a tough beat if you had the under in that game.
I don't know if it's a tough beat. That thing should have been covered by the 5th.
Sure, but I guess after a while, it's like, well, I guess I'm almost destined to hit this, right? Yeah. Then the 9th inning comes around, and Dellin Betances has been brutal in the playoffs for the most part. I mean, he's always in poor situations. But again, Yankees need another one here. You're not facing Keuchel, no Verlander. You got to get this. You got to get the job done tonight. And this is why Sonny Gray was brought in. I mean, we heard all year how Sonny Gray is his improvement, blah, 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 blah. You got to do it here. You got to win this game.
No, I think, I would lean on it there. And again, it's a shame. I should be way more invested, Jeff, in this playoffs than I am. And I can't understand why, because I was actually really looking forward to it. But again, last night you had the Yankees game on. Popping through. And the minute I saw, what was it? Frazier hit like a ground ball to second base that went out of the ballpark. And I'm like, all right, I'm done with that game. And I could just concentrate on a really bad football
that home run, though, he hit, Donnie Frazier.
I don't know. That's just, same thing with Aaron Judge's home run. I mean, anywhere else, it's just a can of corn fly.
Great. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
He literally golfed it. And I'm like,
Jeff, taking unders in New York. Like, when those 2 home runs go out and you shake your head and you're like there was 2 outs in that inning when Frazier hit the home run. Any other ballpark, simple fly out. All right, let's head back to the dugout. It's a different game, but Yankee Stadium unders, man. Whoo, good luck.
Yeah, it's definitely it's interesting how. I mean, it's hard to bet over or unders. I agree with you.
This really is. Same thing in the NFL, man. Yeah, good luck. I mean, you have to have a crazy mindset to be like, you know what? I'm going to pick and choose my spots and take unders, because that's a crazy life to live, man. It's like betting don't come,
it's like betting unders in college football.
Where at any moment it could change. Like, oh man, this game looks really good. 75-yard run, pick 6. Okay, they scored 14 points in 36 seconds. There goes your under.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect rotation. Welcome in. Good to see you here. Good to see all you guys here. Yeah. I know we fight and get at each other. At the end of the day, it's all love here. We're all just trying to beat the book at the end of the day. So all you guys.
Read Mario's comment out there. Go ahead, Jeff. Read it. It's pretty good.
Latest one?
Yes.
BMOC got the college game on lock. I'm not going to read that. Gabe's a great guy.
No, it's pretty fun. It's pretty funny, though. It's a funny comment.
Gabe's a great guy. Don't say that about Gabe.
I don't think he's ripping him. He's just saying it's a funny comment.
Oh, Rich Banks, you're down the rabbit hole today, pal. It's not Rich Banks. Why don't we show the emails that you sent me whining to get on SBR? How about those? Come on, Rich. I try to bury the hatchet. I don't even know why you hate me. I hit you up the other day to say DM me to talk, and you just jetted on me. I mean, I wanted to talk. I want to be your friend, but you hate me for some reason. I've said this to you before, Donnie. It seems like he hates me. I don't know why. I don't remember ever doing anything.
Off the rails. You guys went at each other?
I don't remember. I don't ever remember. Rich, come on, Rich. I could show the emails if you want. You whined to me to get you on the air. Come on, Rich. And I would have too, because I like you. I always liked you. I don't have anything. I don't even know the guy barely. He's in here calling me a scam. I don't want to bring this crap up, but that's not right. I don't scam anyone. I don't come on here and tout services and anything. I hate being a tout. I've said that before. I can't stand doing it. I just like to come on here and talk This is a tough thing to do. And as far as for me, I don't think I deserve what you're saying to me. I've never done anything wrong to you before. I don't know why you're coming at me. You're just coming at me today for some reason. I don't get it.
And he's using all caps at you, Jeff. He's yelling at you.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if you want to come on and explain, I'd like to hear from you, but I don't know why he's so mad. But hopefully he gets okay. Everything's all right with him. So yeah, tonight for me, I'll go, I think Yankees and got to go Dodgers, right? Donnie?
Yeah, I want to check out to see how everything matches up once they get those lineups out. But it's like, you know what I actually like about it today, Jeff? You can pay attention to it. A 5 o'clock start, man, in a good baseball game. That's something I'm going to have on my TV getting ready for the closing line. You'll be on the closing line with me tonight, so we'll actually be watching the Yankees and Houston game live and have a little bit of fun with that also. Yeah, no, it's good. I like it. Put it on the day baseball, man. I'll definitely be invested in that.
Okay, Rich, I'm burying the hatchet. I got no problem with you. I don't have an issue with anyone here. It's all about having fun, guys. I can't just sit here and be a robot every day. It's about having fun with this. We're on the air talking about sports. I wake up every day and could talk about sports. And you want me to come on? I like the Yankees today. I agree with you. Come on. It's boring. You got to have some fun with this. I'm jealous of you, Rich.
You should come on like Stu Finer.
Rich, you figured me out. I'm so jealous of you. I don't even know you. I don't know you. All I know you is from here. I don't know you at all. I mean, I don't know you. I got to have fun here. It's a fun thing. We're having fun here. So Marino and I go back and forth. We've went back and forth for years. But him and I, it's like an institution here. It's how it goes. It's fun. Chill the hell out. At the end of the day, you know what all that matters, Donnie, is? Mm-hmm. Is if you crawl into your bed and you won or lost. That's it. Rich, I don't talk about you, dog. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about you. I've talked to you one time on the phone. That's it. And you seem like an okay guy. We have to stop taking stuff literally. I do it a lot. I take stuff literally, and I have to work on that. That's something I have an issue with. I need to stop taking stuff so literally. The problem is, Donnie, and I've said this to you before, I think of life and I think of this world as the way I personally look at it. And I know everyone doesn't like that. So unfortunately, I'm just asking people to work with me here. That's it. But to call me scam, that's like calling me a rat. That's like calling me, this or that. Don't do that. I don't like that. So for me, I just like to move on. I got no problem with Rich.
Yeah, still, look, you're making breaking bread here, and Vittles still says up there, I'm still blocked by BMOC. I mean, come on.
I didn't block Vittles.
Unblock these people.
I never blocked Vittles. That's so totally interesting. Vittles blocked me and called me a bully that one time. It's we're having fun here.
Jeff, why when I first got on SBR, you used to bully me as well.
Did I? When?
Yeah. Used to tell me, look, this is my show. This is my show.
Oh, yeah. Back in the day, right? This reminds me of being at a barbershop. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. We're here. We're trying to have fun.
I love it.
Vittles has everyone blocked, it seems like.
Did he block me? He didn't block me. No, he doesn't. Oh, but block the ace too? Man.
Yeah. I mean, I get offended when someone calls me certain things. I don't want to be called a scam. I don't address.
Yeah, we got to go down there, Jeff. Next time we head down to SBR, we got to do like a, it has to be filmed like a TMZ, like we're all in the same room together,
right?
Just talking about like listeners and the beef that we have.
Yeah, like they do on TMZ Live, right?
Yes.
And Donnie, here's another thing, and here's what I want to teach Rich about, and anyone that has a problem with being disrespectful. Look at any high-level radio guy, Mike Francesa, Don LaGreca, Howard Stern, anyone in New York or wherever. You can't be a yes man. I can't have someone come in here and say, I think LeBron's the best player ever. I'm going to call you out and ask you why. Why is he the best player ever? You have to be a little conversation. You can't be a yes man. That's the point, Rich. And that's why I'm on here. I'm not going to just agree with people. We're having fun. I should be on SPR or ESPN. I don't give a fuck what you think, man, because I'm on here. That's the thing. That's why you're there and I'm here. I'm squashing it. I got nothing wrong with you. I'm moving on. Can we move on, Donnie? Can he
Yes.
squash the beef that
I
we
like
have?
the anger. I like the beef a little bit every once in a while. You know, what are we?
What's the
Tuesday
beef? I don't even know
afternoon?
what the beef
Yeah.
is. I don't know what I did to this guy. It's like I go to someone's page and I'm blocked, and it's like, what the hell did I do to this guy?
I mean, you got Al Hard chiming in. Great name.
Yeah. Good for you, Rich. Rich, I hope you're rich as hell. I really mean that. I hope you go and kill the fucking books. I hate them. I hate bookmakers. I hope you kill them. I don't want to. You do yours and I'll do mine, just like I let everyone do here. You know what, Rich? The guy that says he's making all the money, I hope he does. I wish them the best. I'm happy being in my little spot here, doing my thing, not having to worry about a motherfucking thing. That's what I'm having. People suing me. Who sued me?
Damn, Jeff. It's like that over there? Would he turning state over there, Jeff?
Oh, I got to see this because that's
I
the
think
first.
Jeff might be turning state.
Yeah. Let's see. Who sued me? Rich is digging deep, I guess. He found someone sued me. I got to see this. I have to see this.
No, that would be good. That's something I wouldn't have known about. I would enjoy that one.
Yeah. Who hasn't been sued, by the way, anyway? Everybody gets sued. All right. Tuesday show's tough. You know, we're just court records. Show them. They're public information. Go ahead. I think I give a fuck. Make sure you get my name right, not my father's. Make sure you get my name right there, cuz. Do you? It's public record. What? This guy's getting personal, bringing out people's court records. Who gives a shit? I bet you won't find nothing bad about me, though.
I don't have any court records, Jeff.
Yeah, Rich is what's Rich doing? Come on, Rich, you're making yourself look bad here. You're ratting out people. Come on, man.
Build a case. Andrew G is right. You got me to build a case for you. You know I like to build cases.
Build it.
We're gonna have to build some, we're gonna have to get some stuff going here.
He caught me, though, Marino. I was actually in front of Judge Joe Brown a couple of years ago. Judge Joe Brown. I was in the court.
Somebody was suing you. Somebody was suing you for PIC documentation.
No, actually, someone took my parking spot. Actually, and we got into it out in the front of my house, and they sued me.
Wait, out in front of your house? What do you mean, back in Philly?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding, Donnie.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, I can get down with this story. Let's get into that.
I'm kidding. But if Rich can prove I was sued, I'd like to see it.
What'd you do? Put one of the trash cans out in the snow? Somebody pulled in, and then you had some words, and it got ugly?
The point here is I've never been sued. I don't know what he's talking about.
Did SBR try to sue you?
I mean, keep in mind, my name's on Twitter. I mean, if I had anything to hide, I would. You know, I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, Rich, prove the point then, pal. I don't know where this is coming from, but you know, Rich is stirring shit up today, I guess. But let's move on. I'm over this. Do what you got to do there.
How did we get right off the rails like that? Was pretty good. That's like 20 minutes of just off the rail work right there.
I don't know. This guy's talking about me being sued and all this stuff, and I'm just here trying to so I don't get fined. You know, Donnie, Kansas City is on the road at Oakland. Kansas City laying 3, total 47.5. Oakland having trouble right now. 2-4. Kansas City off the loss. It's hard to not back them here. I mean, Kansas City's 8-1 as a road favorite of 3 points or less over the last 9 games. They're 5-1 against the spread this year. It's hard to step in front of this team. I know last week just made sense, but I really like them in a bounce back spot here. But I wonder, will Oakland get it going at some point? This would be a good game to get it going.
I don't know, man. Like you know me, Jeff. Thursday nights, I'm always going to try to, as I say, build a case towards Oakland. But you're right. Like I look at this game and I look at Oak. Like I like to see how, like, I don't even want to say the words like teams travel or how teams are together. But when I look at the Oakland Raiders right now, I don't trust anything about the Raiders. I don't trust the health of David Carr. I don't trust, the weapons they have on the outside dropping the ball. I don't trust Marshawn Lynch. I don't trust their defense. And then you look at Andy Reid in Kansas City. The one thing Jeff, they're going to go on the road on Thursday night. They're going to play a competent football team. Alex Smith playing great football this year, which, time and time again, you used to laugh at him. Oh, he can't do this. He can't do that. Looks like he's stepping up, that maybe drafting Mahomes behind him maybe lit that little bit of fire to take a little bit more risks. they're getting waxed in that Pittsburgh game. And in a blink of an eye, Jeff, they could have won that game. Then I look at this game and I go, I don't know. Like maybe Oakland can get it going. You're right. Maybe this is the game they do it. But I don't think this is the right team for Oakland to go ahead and do it behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Kansas City, I usually just auto bet Thursday night home games, and now I'm having a real hard time with this. Before the season started, oh my God, man, Oakland will take apart Kansas City. They can't do anything. But Tyreek Hill is going to play in this football game as long as Alex Smith's standing straight up, as long as Hunt's in the backfield. I see him moving the football because Pittsburgh say what you want about Pittsburgh, Jeff. They're going to play some defense against you. Oakland, that's not the case.
No, they're not going to play any defense. Kansas City's also really good in Oakland against the spread, 18-7.
Yeah.
Over historically they've been real good. Over looks pretty good. I mean, Kansas City had a little trouble against Pittsburgh at times. I don't know that I overall trust their defense. They have some good players, but overall I don't think it's their defense that they once had. Oakland, we know, struggles. Is David Carr? What's Derek Carr? Is David Carr? Is Derek Carr healthy? Is the question, Donnie? Do you think?
I think he's somewhat healthy. He didn't look like he was banged up in the last game, but something is wrong with the Raiders right now. And again, when you're coming into a game, Andy Reid is an unbelievable preparation coach. They have a very good defensive coordinator. In a short week, Andy's going to have the football team ready to go. And Jeff, let's just take a look on the opposite side. Is Del Rio going to out-coach Andy Reid in the football game? Probably not. Again, and they're favorites on the road. I think if it stays at 2.5 or you get a cheap line at 3, half juice, I think Kansas City's the play here. And it's very rare I say that on Thursday night.
Yeah, you're usually a home favorite guy.
Yeah, I am.
Or home dog.
Yeah, yep, you're right.
I agree with you. I don't want to bet against Kansas City off a loss. But I feel like Oakland's going to get it going at some point. If this goes up to 4, I might be interested. But it's tough. It really is.
Yeah, and again, the whole thing, I was trying to look to get this quick look, and as well as I do, that thump that Tyreek Hill took at the end of the game on that punt return, you're like, yeah, that's a concussion, slammed his head, woozy going off the field, Jeff. And just like all NFL teams do, which is going to play into it later on, yeah, by the way, he didn't have a concussion. And then in 3 years, Tyreek Hill is going to sue the NFL because they let him play too many games when he had a concussion. So that'll be next up on the docket for him.
Yeah, and as far as overall, Kansas City is sparkling against the spread. For the most part. And
you want to say, even if they sneak him in there, Jeff, let's just say they just rushed him through, and who knows if he had a concussion or head injury. Who didn't look right last week after a head injury? Kelsey in that football game. Where was he? He's such a dominant weapon, Jeff, and he was invisible in that Steelers game. And now he's going to have a short week again, not much of a chance to rest. So that's just something, some food for thought, that just because you get cleared of your concussion, quote unquote, that don't mean you're all there.
I know. I agree. Totally. And you saw with Lane Johnson, you need a week. You need to get back going. And Kelsey's huge for that offense, especially with the lack of receivers they have. But again, I don't think Oakland can really exploit that for the most part.
No, Jeff, and the way this week is setting up, we'll, as the week goes on, we'll talk about a lot of these games. You might see your boy for once lay that wood on the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday night, because right now, Jeff, I'm a contrarian, and I'm having a hard time believing that line's 4.5. And every day that goes by, Washington loses another football player to injury. And you're saying the Eagles, coming off a bye, might be the healthiest they've been all year at home against Washington, and it's 4.5, which build a case for Washington. Your boy might be laying the wood on the Birds on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, no, and we got a long way away to that one, Donnie.
I just wanted to point that out when we're talking about stuff going up, which I haven't had a bet either way. Other than just a Thursday night game, like an actual cap game where I said I'm laying it on the Philadelphia Eagles. This might be the spot.
I can't disagree with you. College on Thursday. This could be one of the more interesting lines of the year, if you ask me. Houston -3 against Memphis. I don't know that I understand this line, Donnie. I really don't. Because this is a Houston line. It's telling me Houston's the play. It's telling me people are down on Houston, which I kind of am. What is up with this line?
I like Houston in this spot. I really do, because when you look at a team, Houston's going to play a little bit of defense in this one. And Houston's offense should be able to move the football against Memphis. Anybody moves against Memphis. I know Ferguson got that, late in the middle of the game, got his knee twisted up a little bit. I don't think that's going to really affect him in this one. But if I'm betting this football game right now without getting too deep into it, I like Houston here. So I don't trust. It's one of those things, Jeff, I don't trust Memphis. Like when they step up in competition, Like, I'm not saying Houston's a great team. Like, if you want, Memphis against like the Connecticuts of the world where they're just faster and better than you, they can do whatever they want. But if you play a little bit of defense against Memphis, it sort of puts them in a little bit of a hole. So I would lean Houston in this spot.
Last year in a huge game on Black Friday for the I believe it was the AAC title game. To go to the AAC title game. Memphis beat Houston in a barn burner. That was a great game, I remember. Greg Ward against Riley Ferguson.
Yeah. Yep.
Houston is a really good defensive team, really good. Ed Oliver's the best defender in this conference. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I think you're right, Donnie. For me, Memphis is a team that I'm not high on. I bet against them last week. I don't think their overall, their overall, look at their record. I mean, their overall body of work, I don't think it's that impressive. I mean, you beat UCLA at home. Okay. I mean, that game could have went either way. And we all know what UCLA is at this point. UCF, you got trounced. You beat Connecticut. Okay. You beat Navy by 3. You let them back into the game. You gave up 314 yards on the ground to that group. I think Houston, the buy low time is now in Houston. I thought this team would be a really good football team this year. I like the Major Applewhite stuff. I like that they brought in Kyle Allen. I like the receivers, Dunbar and those guys. And I love Ed Oliver. But I didn't think it would be. It's been tough for them this year, overall. I think this is a great spot at home. You look at Memphis over the last several years, 4-6 as an underdog. They've been a very average road group. And they're 0-3, Donnie, on their last 3 Thursday games against the spread. Interesting. This line tells me Houston's the play.
Yeah, no, I like Houston. And even if you're like, Houston actually tends to play a little bit lower scoring games, not that high flying. You don't have, Ward back there that's just going to make magic happen, go real fast. But even hanging a 60 in a Memphis game, Jeff, that's still pretty low because the one thing we know, Houston's going to go, or Memphis is going to go boom or bust out there. They're either going to move the football, they're going to 3-and-out themselves in 45 seconds. So I actually would lean on taking the over 60 that's currently posted at Chris. And what else we got? Greek 61.5. So somewhere around that 60 to 61 area. I actually would lean towards taking the over in that one at this point also.
We got one other one, Sunbelt or Funbelt. They actually learned about putting Funbelt games on standalone nights. Not a good idea. Arkansas State, 12.5 against UL Lafayette, 65.5. Everyone healthy pretty much except for Warren Wan, the scat back for Arkansas State, good football player. But Donnie, it's you look at Arkansas State at this point. They're really good in conference. I mean, they're really good ATS in conference, and they're becoming that San Diego State in conference. I mean, they're really impressive. 14-4 in their last 18 against conference opponents. I like Justice Hansen a lot. I think he bombs away on this pitiful UL Lafayette defense. At home here, I'm really starting to believe that Arkansas State's a good play here.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm not taking UL Lafayette on the road. I mean, defense has to travel, so to speak, and their defense really isn't traveling much. I'm going to take the much better, more talented football team, obviously, in Arkansas State in this one. Keep it below 13. It's one of those lines, Jeff, sitting at 12.5. To me, it's more likely to hit 14.5 than it is 9.5. So, as the old saying goes, if you like this football game now, probably should take it at 12.5.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. I mean, if you like it now, is it going to change if you like it at 13.5? The only thing that's going to hurt you is the line's going to go up. That's the only problem. And, Donnie, you look at the 2 home games for Ark State this year, which, again, they're not playing anyone, but they've been real good defensively. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. At any rate, UL Lafayette, a pretty good offensive team, but they've struggled the last couple weeks, 21 points and 24 points. Not exactly now you're stepping up in competition, playing probably the best team in this group. At this point, Donnie, you would agree Arkansas State's probably the best team in the Sun Belt.
I like Arkansas. Yeah, no, I would. When they're at full go, they are the best football team. I like
Justice Hansen. I like him a lot.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
As long as he's healthy.
Right, Jeff, it takes right over for Friday night, man. They just got that little mojo going at quarterback down there.
No, they do. They've done a great job. Their coach there, and that's been a stepping stone for a lot of coaches. I mean, you look at several different coaches started out at Arkansas State and kind of did their thing and moved up. The only concern is Justice Hansen fully healthy? Because in that game against I think who was it, Georgia Southern, on national TV, he struggled a little bit at times, but they ended up rolling in that game. They're a team right now, just really taking it to team. So for me, I'm looking at Ark State here. I think it's a pretty good play. at 12.5. Other than that, Donnie, I think we're good to go. Tuesday shows are always tough. I mean, we're kind of bridging the gap.
Tuesday shows to be feisty in the chat box.
They are still feisty, I see. But it's all love for me. I wish nothing but the best for all the people on here. I hope they kill it, and they beat the books. All the personal stuff. We're just all people on the internet talking to each other. That's really all we are at the end of the day. But everyone have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back on the roundtable. Ian Cameron, me, Donnie Rightside, Drew Martin. The roundtable is a fun show, Donnie. It really is, isn't it?
Yeah, I do like it. Maybe Ian will be live from his cottage in Ontario tomorrow.
I believe he is. I saw it earlier that he's live there. As far as the Champions League, we did a video yesterday. I'll have my plays out on Twitter a little bit later, and we'll do that. They want a Joe Duffy impression, Donnie.
Yeah. Give one before you get out of here on that, man.
All right. Hello, everyone. It's Joe Duffy from Offshore Insiders, and this is for everyone. We had a tough day on here. This is for everyone. Let's laugh. Let's send the shot on a laugh. All right, because I know everyone, even if you don't like me, you like my Joe Duffy impression.
Yes.
It's Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern on the SBR Facebook page. It's YouTube Live. The daily tailgate party with me, Joe Duffy. I share my industry secrets and tools of the trade with all of you on OffshoreInsiders.com.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Can we get one from you, Donnie?
Which one? What are we looking at doing today? Who do we need?
Let's have an interview with Big Al McMorty from Big Al
McMorty again. All right. Which game we're gonna do?
Welcome in, everyone, SBR listeners. It is we're breaking down NFL football with Big Al McMorty. Big Al, we're talking Washington Redskins and Philadelphia Eagles. Big Al, what do you like here?
Well, I was told I needed to slow down my voice a little bit if we were going to be a big Al McMorty breakdown. If we get to Monday Night Football, it's the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. It matches up really well. It's a division game, Peter Loshak. So when we take a look at this football game, we have to get a little bit involved in the defenses. I think the defensive edge is going to be with the Philadelphia Eagles, 22-7 over the last 49 games. I know that doesn't make sense because I didn't do the math when I added it, but if we look at the Philadelphia Eagles in the spot on Monday night, I think they can win this football game and go ahead into the next week with the NFC.
There you go.
It's great.
I slowed it down. Somebody told me to slow it down, so I went and slowed it down a little bit more so we can get more of the effect on that for us there.
Donnie McMorty. Yeah, they're asking, do a Stephen A, Skip Bayless. We should kind of come up with one of those. Like, we won't do it now. We'll work on it, but I feel like I could do a pretty good Stephen A Smith if I definitely have to work on it a little bit, but I have a couple that I do. Have you ever seen King of the Hill, Donnie?
I know of the show, but I didn't.
I could do a pretty good Bobby from King of the Hill, the son in the show. People said I do a pretty good Bobby impression, which is kind of obscure, but yeah, we'll have to work on.
I'm going to work on my Peter Loshak. I'm going to give a couple Peter Loshaks in the next couple of days. I need to watch some videos, get the mannerisms down, and I'm going to give out some of those.
All right, Jimmy the Bag. I mean. I hope Jimmy thinks we're just messing with him here. We're not. I'm just having fun with him. You want to do the music, Donnie?
All right, one last one here.
All right. Yo, when you do that music, man, it's fucking. What up, cappers, gamblers, punters? What up, sleuths? What up, mama? It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. I'm on at 8 o'clock. Doing my SBR YouTube wrap-up show. It'll be about 2 hours, but we'll go over every game, and we'll discuss it with you live. I got my bag released last night by a hot Costa Rican sleuth. I also lost my money on the Colts. The Colts. But then I got it back, and I got it in the old drink hole. But I'll say this, I love my life. Because I'm in Costa Rica, bitches. And the doorman knows my name.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't a great
All
one.
right.
I didn't.
All
I
right,
didn't
Jim
do
says we
very
have to.
well
It says I'm getting a DM again that says we have to hold on real quick for somebody to come on the show.
Oh,
No, I'm
actually,
kidding. I'm kidding.
I do have to go. I actually have to do a show at 2, and I got to get prepared for it here. But yeah, that wasn't one of my better Jimmys today. Only Jimmy can do his voice the best. I don't even know if what he had last night. I'm just making it up. But everyone have a great day. We appreciate you all joining us here. It was a crazy night, crazy day, but again, it's all love for me. Donnie, you want to leave him with something? You're on today at 6 o'clock. I'll
6
join
o'clock,
you.
big man joining me. We'll have a good time on there. We'll go. And again, there's a lot of fun in the chat box today. You know, we kept it real in the chat box today, as they say. But tonight we're going to talk a little bit more. Jeff will come up with a 5-pack there of NCAA football games. I'll come up with a 5-pack of the NFL. We'll preview the baseball games. Obviously, the Yankees game is going to be on, but we'll preview the nightcap there and some other things. We'll have some fun on the show. It's always fun when Jeff comes on that show.
Yeah, I'll be on. We'll do plenty of college football. Also today, if you're interested, a lot of people always ask me about soccer on here. We'll be on 2 o'clock Eastern, coming up bottom of the hour. Europa League will get you ready for Thursday. A lot going on this week. Join us then. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow on the Roundtable.